jobs Congress does affects the lives of millions, if not billions, of people. From simple policies to declarations of war, Congress can alter the lives of many people. Having watched Congress for a while, and from the research I've done, I know quite a bit about it. Jobs Congress done, while simple on the outside, is quite complex when viewed in depth. After winning the elections, Congress must work on passing bills, work in committees, and deal with political backlash. Today we will be talking about a brief history of Congress, the elections, and their jobs. Congress has a long history and a slightly complicated way to qualify for the elections. As seen in the Constitution, which was written and ratified in 1788 and written by James Madison, the U.S. Congress, along with the government, was founded in 1788. Since its founding, Congress has passed many laws, from abolition to civil rights to health care laws. They have changed the lives of many Americans. To be in Congress, though, you need to meet certain criteria. To be in the House, you need to be 25, live in the U.S. for 7 years, and live in the district you wish to represent. To be in the Senate, you need to be 30, live in the U.S. for 9 years, and live in the state you wish to represent. Throughout American history, the elections have been one of the hardest parts about the job. Ever since the first election, they only ever gotten harder. Based on the website Open Secrets, which tracks elections in the US government, the 2020 congressional election cost just under $90 billion. Now, a lot of money has to be raised through charities and donations from the voters to their candidate. And on top of that, based on one of the interviews I've done, the average congressional candidate is a millionaire before they run. So if they need to raise more money and already a millionaire, then that shows just how expensive the elections are getting. Other than how expensive the elections are, there are multiple challenges faced during the election. Logistically, you have to go to a bunch of events, dinners, and other places to try and raise support with your voters. You also have to fight against incumbents if you wish to win. Based on my interview and based on Open Secrets, the average election is won by incumbents at a staggering 90%, which limits how many people can join Congress. Lastly are the scandals. Scandals are bound to happen to any candidate, from small ones to large ones that can end a political career. These scandals are quite common. After winning the election, a congressperson must then actually start their job. These jobs, passing bills to working on committees, but then there are good and bad things about being in Congress. The House is the larger chamber of the two. The House consists of 435 voting members, with each election happening every 2 years. The House creates and passes bills. They can create any bill size, but only the House can create revenue bills. To pass a bill in the House, they only need a majority of the votes. They can also impeach any official, only needing a majority as well. The actual impeachment trial goes to the Senate. The House oversees over 20 committees, from agriculture to ways and means. The Senate is the smaller chamber, consisting of only 100 voting members. Their elections happen every 6 years, with it being split, with a third of the House, a third of the Senate going up for election each year. The Senate creates and passes bills. They can pass any bill and create any bill except the revenue bill. In order to pass a bill, they also only need a majority. But they are given the powers to actually convict and remove impeached officials. In order to do so, though, they need a 2/3 majority. So the Senate is the actual trial for impeachment. All of this can be seen on the Congressional Committee's website and on Virginia Fox's House website titled What Does Congress Do? There are downsides, though, to being in Congress. Everything you do will be examined, every rally you go to, every policy you support, and all your debates will be scrutinized by the media. And then there's the fact that about half of Americans have a negative opinion about you. There are good things about being in Congress, though. You be famous, you would have to make over $100,000 a year based on the interview I did, and you get to work less than the average American. That Sands article, how much less work Congress does than how much less Congress works than you, shows that they work far less than the average American by about 30 days or so. Throughout American history, Congress has done many great things, but also many terrible things. Despite all of the laws and all of the committees they are on, though, they are the heart of America and help run this nation.